Based on the remaining casing stones, the slope of the Great Pyramid was originally between 51 and 52 degrees. This angle is very important in sacred geometry. The Vesica Pisces is the geometric womb from which all of creation emerges. It is simply the relationship between two equal circles. If you center the circles on each other's circumferences and then nest the form inside itself, it becomes pregnant with a pyramid whose slope measures 51.61 degrees. If instead you place two equal circles together above and below and circumscribe them, you have the basis of the yin and yang diagram of Taoism. In his book Sacred Geometry, Robert Lawlor showed an encompassing square that reveals phi relationships in a diagram that he called the Mouth of Ra, named after the Egyptian sun god. If you then draw larger circles with phi as the radius, they are tangent to the inner circles and beautifully form more phi relationships. Joining the centers of the larger circles with the top point of intersection forms a pyramid with a slope of 51.83 degrees. The circle is traditionally a symbol of heaven, and the square a symbol of earth. The reconciliation of opposites, such as heaven and earth, or the limitless with the limited, is the challenge of squaring the circle. The Freemasonic emblem of compasses and square obviously suggests drawing a circle in a square. The first method of reconciling a square with a circle is by comparing lengths. Using a computer, I can draw a circle with a diameter equal to the square root of phi around a square with an edge length of 1. The lengths of square and circle are 99.9% equal. All circle and square constructions are approximations because of what mathematicians describe as the transcendental nature of pi. Another method of squaring the circle is by comparing areas. Draw a circle with a diameter of 9, about a square with an edge length of 8, and their areas will be equal to the tune of 99.4%. The ratio 9 to 8 is known as the whole tone in music. Heaven is a whole tone away from earth, if you will. Squaring a circle is also at the heart of the Great Pyramid. I'll square a circle so that its circumference equals the square's perimeter as closely as computer-aided design software can approximate. Then I will draw lines from the center out to two of the points where the circle and square intersect. If you superimpose the diagram on an analog clock, the green lines point to the time 10:08. A large number of watch advertisements show the time 10:08. Remember to take a look yourself. I discovered that by drawing red lines perpendicular to the green lines, with all three tangent to the circle, one can construct a pyramid which surprisingly has a 51.76 degree slope. Thus, the pyramid slope follows from squaring the circle. Maybe it's no surprise, but the slope of I.M. Pei's Louvre Pyramid in Paris closely matches the slope of the Great Pyramid in Egypt. I discovered that the azimuth of summer solstice sunrise on the Louvre Pyramid is exactly 51.76 degrees from true north. In the books Talisman and more recently in The Master Game, Graham Hancock and Robert Bivall present compelling historical and etymological evidence that Paris was originally founded as a temple dedicated to the Egyptian goddess Isis. What better place to found Paris than at the exact latitude encoded by squaring the circle? Izapa, in Mexico, is where the Mayan 260-day Zolkin calendar originated. Being in the tropics, the sun passes directly overhead at Izapa on exactly 2 days of the year, August 12th and May 1st. There are 260 days between August 12th and May 1st. This seems to explain why the 260-day cycle was introduced at Izapa. Bert Janssen discovered that if you map the year to a circle, 260 days subtends the major arc indicated by the green lines in the squaring the circle diagram, with an accuracy of 99.96%. Therefore, the design of the Mayan calendar also resonates with squaring the circle. Janssen also discovered that the azimuths of the solstice sunrises and sunsets at Silbury Hill trace the same lines as above, so below on the squaring the circle diagram. In City of Revelation, John Michel showed in a simple diagram how the Great Pyramid encodes not only the proportions, but the dimensions of the Earth and Moon and the distance between them. Start with a 3-4-5 Pythagorean triangle. Draw a square of edge length 3 on the side, and inscribe a circle in it to represent the moon. Then draw a mirror 3-4-5 triangle opposite. Draw a larger square below with an edge length of 11. Inscribe a circle in the large square to represent the Earth. Next, draw a circle with its radius extending from the center of the Earth through to the center of the moon. This circle matches the large square in terms of length, with an accuracy of 99.96%, so you have just squared the circle. Amazingly, this diagram actually encodes the Earth and Moon's true proportions of 3:11. Connecting these 3 points makes a pyramid with a 51.85-degree slope. Scaling this diagram up by a factor of 720 gives you the actual dimensions of the Earth and Moon in miles. Inscribe a hexagon within the Earth circle and measure its perimeter. It is 1/10 the average distance from the Earth to the Moon, with an accuracy of 99.6%.